I don't want you to get the wrong idea. It would be presumptuous at least, if not outright rude, for me to ask you out on a date. The embarrassment, I wouldn't do it. I can't imagine having to deal with that look in your eyes, that, oh, how sad look. And say you actually did go out, if I asked you out on a date, that would be even worse. The debate about whether to bring flowers, write a poem, aftershave, a tie, a million questions and worries, and the only real possibility is falling short of what an amazing woman like you needs. You're a taller order than I can fill. And say we went out on a date and you tried to make a move on me. And if I did nothing, I just sat there where you leant over my gear stick to try and kiss me, and I love the way you look. Your appearance alone makes me smile, makes me glow inside, makes me warm. Your smile, it makes me happy all over my entire body. But maybe you're more like a Parium Anema, and, well, because you're inevitably going to hurt me and give me diarrhea. I'm just kidding there. Romance doesn't really give me diarrhea. Only on the really bad days. I'm really looking for something more in my own league, something more desperate and fucked up. Do you want to go see a film on Friday?
I thumbed a ride from this geezer. Promises me a bed, gives me a bath, and a meal. All you could wish he was. Very friendly. A photographer.
He showed me one or two of his experimental studies. He wanted to photo me for certain interesting features I had. He wanted the exclusive right to preserving. Well, you know how it is. I didn't like to refuse. But then I get to thinking. I knew this kid called McBride that it happened to. Oh yes. So when I get to think of this, I've decided I've got to do something about it. So I get up in the middle of the night looking for the film, see? Well, he's got a lot of expensive equipment around his studio, you see? And it appears he gets the wrong idea. Runs in, gives a shout, and the long and the short of it is, I lose my head. And I hit him. I hit him. Must have had a weak heart or something like that. Definitely should have seen his doctor before then. I wasn't, no, was I? I'm not to blame.
He was an expert in the adolescent male body. He'd completed an exhaustive study of his subject before I met him. During the course of one magical evening, he talked to me of his principles, offered me a job if I'd accept them. Like a fool, I turned him down. What an opportunity I lost, Ed.
If you were to make the same demands, I'd answer loudly in the affirmative. You saved money from day one, and there's no disruption. The sensors monitor occupancy and light levels using the latest technology, controlling the lights completely and precisely. And Energy Facilities also provides the latest in LED lighting technology. But it's their amazing control solutions that seem just right for us. So, my necessaries are embarked. Farewell. And sister, as the winds give benefit and the convoy is assistant, do not sleep, but let me hear from you. For Hamlet and the trifling of his favours, hold it a fashion, a toy in blood, a violet in the youth of primy nature. Forward, not permanent. Sweet, not lasting. Perhaps he loves you now, and now no soil nor cortel doth besmirch the virtue of his will. But you must fear,
His greatness is weighed, his will is not his own, for he himself is subject to his birth. He may not, as unvalued persons do, carve for himself. Then if he says he loves you, it fits your wisdom so far to believe it, and he in his peculiar sect and force may give his saying deed, which is no further than the main voice of Denmark goes with all. Then weigh what loss your honour may sustain, if with too credent ear you list his songs, or lose your heart, or chase treasure open to his unmastered importunity. Be wary then. Best safety lies in fear. Youth to itself rebels, though none else near.